This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon news update for Thursday, August 25th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. The Washington-based International Monetary Fund is raising concern about Barbados' growing debt, even as it commends the country for progress in addressing the economic problems. The concerns came at the end of the Article 4 consultation. The IMF hailed the government's commitment to adjustment and reforms, saying the economy appears to have turned the corner. However, it highlighted the need to complete the reform of the Revenue Authority to improve tax administration and increase compliance. The IMF further called for reform of state-owned enterprises and the divestment and consolidation of public entities. Opposition MP Edmund Hinkson says the problems facing the Student Revolving Loan Fund is affecting some Barbadians' ability to continue their education at the University of the West Indies. Earlier this month, Education Minister Ronald Jones said the fund would be shortly replenished with a $15 million injection from the Caribbean Development Bank, and students should be able to access financing within the next month. But Hinkson stated that the problem was caused by poor planning.
It seems to me that this is now will be too late for some people, because I mean, after all, I believe the semester begins next week at the University of the West Indies, and the next couple of weeks at the Heward Law School that Hugh mentioned. Certainly I can tell you that since last week I've got phone calls, yes, asking what is my position on this whole issue. And some parents have told me straight that their children will now not be able to attend University of the West Indies this year. That they were depending on acquisition of a loan from Student Revolving Loan Fund, and it's now too late for them to apply for other finances to try and fund the tuition fees that the government has been imposed on Barbadians 2 years ago. The people of Barbados are again the victim of poor planning on the part of the government of Barbados in terms of the funding of tertiary education.
Hinkson was speaking to Barbados Today while he entertained children from his St. James North constituency yesterday. The Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society has been helping homeless people to find shelter for the past 8 years, and now the organization is looking for a home of its own. President of the society, Kimar Safri, says as they continue to expand their services to those in need, the society is now looking for a permanent base.
As someone once put it, the homeless organization is homeless because it doesn't have a home for itself. And we need to get a home for the number of clients that we see and the activities that we want to do. Here at the office, it's a bit too small to do all of the activities. If we want to have our own training room, our own facilities, our own recreational rooms for the homeless persons and the homeless community, then we need to do it. We have been surviving at a very successful 97% success rate in terms of getting homeless persons off the street and back into mainstream society. And we've been doing it successfully, and we want to continue to do it successfully.
The Transport Authority is taking issue with some operators of privately owned public service vehicles who are not observing the dress code. The public transport regulator says while a significant majority of operators are obeying the regulations, some are not wearing the uniforms. The authority did not issue any warnings, but it reminded minibus and road taxi operators that they must wear specified uniforms every day while on duty. The uniform and dress code were introduced last year. Sports now. Two-time World T20 champions West Indies will have an opportunity to move ahead of India in the T20 international team rankings when the two sides clash in a two-match series this weekend. India is currently 4 points behind top-of-the-table New Zealand with 127, and West Indies is ranked third with 122 points. A 2-0 win will advance West Indies to second place and push India into third. However, a win for India will see the Asian side gaining 5 points, the same as New Zealand, but they will remain in second place. A 1-1 series draw will keep India ahead on 128 points, and West Indies will be 123.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We're back now with news from the region. The top business organizations in Port of Spain wants Prime Minister Keith Rowley to take charge of accountability measures in the public service. The Downtown Owners and Merchants Association pointed to the recent killings of children in the capital of the Twin Island Republic. And they say the country's acceptance of this behavior is changing who they are as a people. We have more in this report from TV6 News.
The Downtown Owners and Merchants Association says Trinidad and Tobago needs urgent relief from the murderous savagery that is currently raging. Noting that not even the murder of children is causing any reaction, DOMA said it is respectfully suggesting that the Prime Minister take charge at once of the effort to save the lives of those whom the society is being asked to devalue. DOMA paraphrased the recent statements made by the Prime Minister to stress its point, such as one he made during a speech he delivered in Aruca in April about people not knowing who the police commanders are in the 9 police divisions.
You know why? Because there's no accountability in the system. And the people who should be in charge are hiding in the shadows, and nobody knows who's in charge. And when something happens, you shout at the Minister of National Security, you point at the Commissioner of Police, and the divisional heads are unknown to you. Well, that is going to have to change.
DOMA found that the most perceptive managerial view is the suggestion that divisional commanders must be forced to give an account for their crimes in their districts. A model of management, it says, is so normal in private everyday life, but absent from the management structure of the public service, with deadly consequences in security, with the notable exception being, quote, our excellent defense force, unquote.
And on the international scene, the death toll from the Italian earthquake has climbed to 241 as rescue operations continue. Dozens of people are trapped in ruined mountain communities in central Italy. Several aftershocks have hampered relief efforts and caused damage to unstable buildings. The rescuers are now using heavy machinery and even their bare hands as they continue to search for survivors. We get more in this BBC report.
Remarkable stories of survival offer hope. This footage from the Italian emergency services shows 2 young children being rescued from amongst the masonry in Amatrice. And yesterday evening, in the little village of Pescara del Tronto, firefighters found 10-year-old Giulia in the rubble. There was applause as she was brought to safety.
The 10-year-old girl has just been pulled out from the rubble and she is being taken to the hospital, and that's great news. As far as the rest is concerned, the images speak for themselves. You can see what the town looks like.
That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can tune into Flow TV on Channel 99 or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Maricla Williams. Good afternoon.